Into fentanyl pills off of SEK streets thanks to authorities as two people from Wichita were arrested on Highway 54 west of Fort Scott. It was back in September when deputies were alerted that these fentanyl pills were being distributed by the pair all across southeastern Kansas. 2 pounds of meth also seized. A popular low-interest loan program for small business, farmers, and local governments in Missouri suspended again. Mobucks was reopened Tuesday after being shut down back in May, but then 6 hours later, it was paused again after all available funds were exhausted. State Treasurer Vivek Malik is pushing for more funds for that program. Your news, a service, the Freeman Health System, expanding services available in Southeast Kansas with a full-service hospital in Pittsburgh. As Pittsburgh grows, Freeman Health System continues to grow alongside too. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-208-9TIP. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
I can tell by the way that
Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm in group B40, so to be in the A group, you have to pay to be in that. And I'm like,
What's B40? What does that mean?
position 40.
Really? But you did write it.
This is not eligible for mobile boarding pass, so you have to visit the kiosk or ticket counter for your boarding passes. But I can check standard bags.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. Anyone getting snow yet? Out in Kansas, Jimmy? Megan, you getting some snow down south?
If you upgrade, how much
Not
is
yet.
that? You can purchase unsold A1, A15 boarding positions for $80.
$80.
$80 just so you can get on the plane quicker. No, thank you.
Wow.
Like sit in the back better anyway. To check standard bags. Oh, it's taking me to the website.
I keep looking out of the window here and nothing's going on yet. I know, we're twinning today. Isn't it so fun? We didn't even plan that.
Okay, so I have 2. And Gina has 1. Okay, so there we go. Already got our bags checked.
You're knocking it all out.
Yeah, and I would have forgotten all about it, but Jen mentioned it a little bit ago. She goes, "Do you remember to check it?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't," because I planned to do it when I woke up. I couldn't do it until 7 a.m. anyway. So bags are confirmed. I thought we could print it.
Is it not going to let you?
Can self-tag. No, they're just checked. So it says, bring them to the kiosk 90 minutes prior to departure. They will not be accepted if presented less than an hour prior to scheduled departure. Okay. Scan your boarding pass, which you got to get that first. Enter your confirmation number or enter your confirmation number, which I have. Confirm your bag selection at the kiosk and print your bag tag. So you print it right there. So you print. Scan your passport to validate and print your boarding pass. Self-tag your bags and bring them along with your passport to a customer service agent.
Someone's a little excited. Can you tell?
I'll go right now. I stayed up all night last night so that I could sleep today. And, well, I was really dozing. I got really tired at about 4:15 or so and began to doze a little while.
Good. Shortly before coming here.
Yeah. So didn't stay awake all night. Watched the dumbest movie, one of the dumbest movies I have ever seen. Starred Joaquin Phoenix.
Which one?
Bo is Scared or Bo is Afraid.
I've never even
It's
heard
relatively new. It was greener grass dumb. Or the lobster boy or whatever, the walrus. It's like that. Just way out there. Nothing made sense. It was about this guy that had mommy issues, but there was a lot of mommy issues, and it just made no sense at all. And by the time I really had hit the point of being like, this is dumb, I was over halfway through. So I'm like, I got to see what happens.
Right, yeah.
Nothing did.
Oh.
I mean, he was executed before a council. So at the very last scene, he's in a motorboat that's stuck in the middle of this great big round pool in the middle of this big arena that's full of people. And there is a judge or a lawyer or something with his mother up in this stand and a spotlight's on them. And at the very end, after all the accusations have been made against him, he's just standing there and his boat blows up.
What?
That's the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Just dumb. Do not ever waste brain cells on that movie.
Rudy says, what's he doing with town? What are you doing with town?
Not a lot these days. I try to do less with town than usual, but occasionally I'll get town and we'll, go out on the town.
Got 20 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. It's 33 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes, which is calling for Snowpocalypse 2024.
It's not going to be that bad. They're saying like less than half of an inch. And I keep looking and there's no snow yet.
I don't know. I think you better go now while you can and get your bread and milk because it's probably already gone. Probably
The shelves are just empty.
You've missed the boat, Linda. You're not going to be able to get any bread and milk, and your children are going to starve.
Okay, it's not that serious, though.
Yeah, it is serious, Jen. You don't know. I mean, let's say, that you forgot to pick up toilet paper earlier this week.
Sure, okay.
That's what the bread's for.
Oh, no! Randy!
So, to tell you more about Snowpocalypse 2024, stick with us because that's on the way in 12 minutes.
Here's Florida Georgia line.
On KIX 102.5. Stick with us.
Oh, no. Oh, ooh.
You're what you're wearing. Rudy says, you're what you wearing, tail? That's exactly right. I am what you're wearing, tail.
Izzy take a trip out?
Last night, an area up in Joplin got hit by apparently somebody driving by houses that's doing drive-by shootings with paint guns.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I am in my studio last night taking care of some stuff, cleaning up some stuff, and I hear this loud pop, and I think, I just blew something electrically,
right.
Something just fried. And I go around there and look. It was loud. And I couldn't find anything that was damaged or that had burned up electrically or had blown a fuse or a breaker or something. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess it'll eventually turn up. And sure enough, when I pull out of the door this morning, there's a big pink blob on the window of the recording studio. Somebody had shot the house with a paint gun. And I guess based on what we'd heard, that Joplin police are saying that a number of houses got hit on some parts of Joplin. So apparently they're just driving through, shooting houses.
I'm glad I didn't break your window, though. That's what I would.
Yeah, it hit hard. And anybody who's ever been shot with a paint gun pellet knows those hurt. Especially if you've got the CO2 turned up. And luckily, paintball paint washes off. So,
right.
Harmless prank.
But still, shooting a window, though.
Yeah, window's not smart.
That's not harmless, I would say.
And I don't know how good your aim is while you're driving by in a car. I assume they were. I don't know that they maybe stopped and took aim and shot, but, it was the very lower left-hand corner. So if they were headed in this way, it could have been as they were going by, they aimed for the window and just barely caught it. Or maybe they were getting ready and fired too early. I don't know. But
I would assume that folks would want to shoot the garage door, something where you could more noticeably see it,
I'm glad they didn't, because that's brand new, relatively.
Mm-hmm.
It's less than about a year old. And it was super stupid expensive.
Yeah.
And we had the old door, somebody had egged one time, and it ate the paint completely off the door. That's a very hateful thing to do, is egg someone's property of any kind with eggs. So we had to repaint the old door, and it never did look the same.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I'd hit it 3 or 4 times with my vehicle from not realizing that it was still closed, and man, one time it was like halfway up, and I backed out and caught the top of it with the old Jeep I had and tore it to bits. And then one time the spring broke. You talk about scary, a garage door spring breaking, because those things are under immense, I forget how many hundreds of pounds of pressure those are under. And that's it's the tension of that spring that opens the door. And it broke. It was like a grenade going off.
That's scary.
In there. It really is. If you were close to one of those when they went off, they could kill you.
Where were you when that happened?
I was by the back door or something. It wasn't anywhere near me, but it scared me. It was like a gunshot. It was that loud.
Been there, done that? Do you often go and shoot garage doors with paint guns?
I think she's talking about cleaning eggs.
Or cleaning eggs? Or maybe Sarah's the one egging garage doors.
Better not be. I'll paint your street green.
Well, that would make sense, though. Morning, Kinda. No snow. Though surprisingly, It looks like it's gotten darker outside.
It'd be funny if we don't get any.
My phone told me this morning that it was actively snowing, and I went outside, and there was no snow.
It's so hard to track with radar. You cannot. Okay, so when I read in my phone, you remember the app that I had from the National Weather Service?
Yeah.
That they had told me. So we had a couple of guys from the National Weather Service said, download this. That's what we use. It's very accurate. I can't find it anymore.
Oh, man.
For some reason, my backup didn't keep it, and I have no way of remembering what it was. Now, you go search NOAA. There's like a million apps that say that, but they're not. None of them are.
Morning, Melissa.
And I can't find it because it was always accurate. I could go in there and it'd say at 8:48 and 36 seconds, your first draw, and it would. Okay, Sarah says she has tiny ice pellets.
And Megan said a little bit ago that she was having
You probably need to increase the fiber in your diet, Sarah. By the way, hey guys, do you know what color your anus is?
Nope.
We do, and we talked about it on the radio earlier. Jen tried to stamp it down. She tried to stamp down your anus.
It's called Uranus.
Not at my.
It's a planet.
Not in my bathroom. It's not.
It's a pale cyan color.
because it never gets any sunlight. No, it's true.
I mean,
In so many levels. Where the original fudge factory is located.
oh, Randy. We did have a guy call in solidarity with Randy,
Yes,
though.
that's right. Standing
all
with me
for it.
strong, brother. He said, it's Friday. You go ahead and you tell your potty jokes. And I was like, wasn't potty. Although I did have that one Star Trek joke. You guys know why the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek is like toilet paper? KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
Well, we're going to celebrate all this snow we're getting right after
What snow?
comes, right?
KIX 102.5. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Good morning.
Hello
Morning.
there.
I just hit Columbus, Kansas to come to work, and the snow
Wait.
flurries have started.
Wait. I want to get this on recorded. So say that again.
I just hit Columbus coming into work, and the snow flurries have started.
See, Jan, it is snowing somewhere, just not here yet.
Yeah, they've got all the snow plows going out and stuff in preparation, and Kansas does. So.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to amount to anything here in Missouri, at least. So we're not worried about it, but it's just not happening quick enough, I guess.
So is any of it sticking?
Is it? Yeah. Is any of it sticking?
You know, it just started.
Yeah. So.
You know, you cross that imaginary line, it's not doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's flurry.
So is it amounting to anything or is it sticking?
I can't even tell, because it really has just now started.
Yeah.
There's not enough.
It's not had enough time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been.
there's not enough to show yet.
And it's 33 in Joplin. Let me see. It's 33 in Columbus, too, right now. So
It might be too warm.
it might not be cold enough to stick. The ground temperature is going to be a little warmer than that, probably around 35 or 36. So it may not stick.
It may not. But
Well-
anyway, just wanted to let you guys know.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much for
much.
letting us know. We appreciate it.
Have a good
You
You too. Bye-bye.
Good and what? A good what? That always confuses me. Have a good one. Where? What do I put it? Do you want me to hold it in both hands or a good one? What you got there, Billy? A good one.
Good.
You want to taste it?
Wait, Christopher says this stuff is sticking to the ground. Where are you at, Chris?
He's just shaking his hair and getting dandruff everywhere. So no.
Sarah says a little jaundice. You're a little jaundice today? Okay, Christopher says it's snowing in Peoria. Melissa says it's snowing in Goodman.
Who's a little jaundiced?
I don't know.
See, Sarah said that.
Sarah?
So do you know why the Starship Enterprise is like toilet paper?
Why?
Christopher says, I ain't got no hair. Just eyebrow dandruff. That's a thing. If you've got eczema.
Oh my gosh. How much? Okay, so why does Starboys Enterprise whatever you said?
Because they both circle Uranus looking for Klingons. Don't make it dirty, Jen. It's about the movie.
Everyone
Star
knows what
Trek.
you mean.
I mean Star Trek. Klingons, they have a language and they got the weird bumpy foreheads.
Snowing where Kinda's at.
Watch your mouth, Sarah. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 718.
A chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. It's 33 in Joplin.
To
Why are you
continue.
laughing?
Because it's not even doing anything here in Joplin yet, and you're saying to continue. So if you're on with us on the live video, which you can come on there if you feel like you need to be punished, on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or Twitter or pretty much anywhere on the website.
All over the place.
And everybody on there is saying it's snowing where they are. Let me see. Goodman, Peoria.
That's about it.
And somebody said at work, wherever that is. So you shut, Melissa. Oh, sorry. I'm just
Randy, be nice
I'm
to
just
Melissa.
answering some of them. So wait a minute, the phone's ringing. Hi there, Morning KIX.
I just hit Columbus coming into work, and the snow flurries have started.
See, Jan, it is snowing somewhere, just not here yet. So it's going to snow. It's just not going to amount to anything.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying less than like half an inch at most. So you don't need to go freak out and buy bread and milk or anything. It's going to be okay.
You need to buy bread.
Randy.
Why is that a thing?
I have no idea. Who started that?
I don't know. I've never been able to understand the whole bread and milk thing. Why is that the two things of all the things you could buy at the store for emergency rations? Those two things are what everybody thinks of.
Let's think about this for a second. If you only have bread and milk, what are you going to make with those two things? Just those two things.
Bread milk?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
now
know.
they put it that way.
But since it is snowing, I guess, all over the world now, that we've got to celebrate that fact like this. Snowing, snowing, snowing. See those drifts are growing.
Fluffy flakes are blowing outside.
It's time for winter weather.
We're in this one together.
Drive real slow so your car won't collide.
Bundle up.
Dig it out.
Freezer butt.
Shovel out.
Brush it off.
Stamp it down.
Scrape it off.
Slide around. Snow time. Snow time.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the four states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Kicks 102.5 knows that with your
Let's see,
smartphone,
Sam says
you can
it's
control
snowing
your own
in
little
Uniontown,
world. You decide
Kansas.
what you watch, read, and listen to. So download the
Oh,
Kicks
Kenda's down in Pineville,
102.5 app and have complete control of the music in your world.
3, 2, 1, listen.
Come on!
Ain't gonna wait to crank it up, hell no.
Download
Sounds
it from
like
the App Store
Kansas
or
is where we're getting
kicks1025.com.
Adding a fiberglass camper shell to your truck can be a game changer. You can
They're saying
bypass
commercial.
expensive
Hang on, guys.
hotels or
Sorry. Taking care of something.
There we go. That's fixed. Still no snow here.
Okay.
I don't think I can't tell if we're getting any.
Why don't you go out there and see? You want to give a live play-by-play report? You can get on the phone, go out there. I'm standing. That's right, Randy. I am live right now on 32nd Street and am observing. No, wait, no, that was a bird.
When would we do it?
Well, go right now and we'll record it and I'll just play it back and then make you say, come on in here. And then you can act like you come in.
I'm going outside.
Okay, go outside, Jen.
I'm literally going outside.
All right. Go out there. I'm not going to answer the phone when she calls. I think it'll be funny just to leave her out there trying to get a hold of me. She may have forgotten how to get outside. Oh, no, there she is. Let's just let it ring for a little while. Is that enough? Hi there, Morning Kicks. Who is this?
Randy, you're not doing this.
No, wait a minute. Boy, you can't hear me when I'm talking, while you're talking, can you? Let's start this off like a news report. I'm going to say, Jim, what do you see him right now? Okay, here we go. Jim, what do you see him right now outside?
Well, Randy, I just walked outside and I am seeing sleet, actually. I wasn't sure if I was going to walk outside as much of anything, but it is actually sleeting right now. So we're on 32nd Street outside.
Mm-hmm. So let's confirm. You do have your eyes open, yes?
My eyes, yep, they're open.
All right. And you are standing in the middle of 32nd Street.
I'm standing in the middle, technically, Texas Street. You know, favorite in the middle of
Okay.
that one.
Well, you know, to be able to detect snow fully, you need to be standing right in the middle of the street. So go try that, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Okay, I'm going to move out of the way of the car. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, bye.
Well, Randy, I just walked outside and I am seeing. Walked outside and I am. Randy, I just. Randy, and I am seeing. Randy, and I. Well, Randy, I am seeing actually, I was
Well, they're lying. You guys. That's not nice to tell her that. They are so mean. They're just trying to cause trouble. You guys are such troublemakers. Thanks. I was hoping. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to shorten it up enough to use over a seg. Okay, let's get rid of all that. Just go to that. Yeah, did you do the snow dance, Jen? Then you're going to have to go back outside. Time for a video. Are you? Okay, I see what you did. This is 20 seconds long, so I have 8 seconds to do setup. You're welcome.
He did that on purpose. You did it on purpose.
Hey.
Yeah.
Stop it. Gina says it's sleeting at the house too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sleeting here at the studio too, so.
Woo!
Okay, here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. So we've got Jen live on the scene out on 32nd Street to see if it is snowing yet. Jen, what are you seeing right now outside?
Well, Randy, it is actively sleeting right now, just over on 32nd Street outside the KIX Studios.
So let's confirm. You do have your eyes open, yes?
Yep, they're open.
You know, to be able to detect snow fully, you need to be standing right in the middle of the street. So go try that, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Okay, I'm going to move out of the way of this car. I'll be back in a minute.
And if you guys want to get an extra 10 points this morning, Jen's on 32nd Street. It's KIX.
Rude, man.
What? Oh.
It's hateful.
Okay. So do we want to watch my wife, bless her heart, having to clean paint? Baby, I could do that later. She's not hearing me. She's outside now.
No.
Paint off the window, I guess. That was quick. She's now back inside.
Maybe it was just a little wipe and done. Just a one sheet.
Gina, did you take a picture of that for the police report? I'm not going to file a police report on that.
I know. Wow, Randy. I know. So
What?
mean.
What? Hey, you've got to grasp opportunity where it arises.
What do you do with your hands? What is this?
What? What? What's that?
I'm holding a good.
What do I do with my hands for the what thing?
For the.
Remember? It was so creepy. What? What?
I don't remember what it was, but it was hilarious. What was it?
I know. What did I do?
Oh,
I liked that.
have a good one, Sarah. I don't know.
Okay, she didn't clean it. She was just looking to see if there was more.
His house was 50 points. So
Yeah, I guess.
right.
Yeah. Okay, she took a picture of it. So here it is.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Looks like bubble gum.
bright pink Pepto-Bismol. When it hit that, water
Mm-hmm.
so loud last night.
That would have been my first worry. And the timing of that just would have been terrible.
Yeah, really.
So I'm getting a Jen's movie rehab for the first time in
Long time since
weeks.
before the wedding.
Yeah.
Why is the KIX logo? Is it supposed to be behind the comments? It is, isn't it?
Yeah. It's behaving. Did you know that KZRG has like light sticks?
Like
They have like
for their.
for their cameras.
We could get them too. I never wanted them. I mean, we've got the one that plugs in right
It
now.
was useless.
I hate it.
It didn't do anything. It wasn't very good.
To me, you ought to be able to get it to look good by adjusting the camera. I mean, we do have the audio sounding better. What do you guys think of the audio? I mean, if you're just coming in and you're noticing, man, it's really easy to hear all their stuff today. It's because towards the end of the show yesterday, I started telling Jen, I found out that you could add plugins to OBS. So plugins are these programs that do what you would do with external gear like compressors, EQ, reverb, effects, stuff like that. Get to look in there already in OBS. So I went in, did some compression adjustment, and now we have this steady, consistent voice level, even when I talk quietly.
Yahoo!
So it's awesome. Yeah, I feel like Jimmy. Shut up, Jimmy. Did you see what she said?
No.
Randy's hat makes him look like one of Snow White's dwarves. Hi ho!
I think
That's
it looks good.
actually pretty funny. That's what I think of. I'm grouchy. No, I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy. Sean.
I am so sleepy. The thing is, when I get home later, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. I'll be wide awake and doing this, and
Go run some laps around the house.
that just makes me more awake.
Doesn't tire you out?
Wakes me up. I get wired when I get adrenaline from working out or running.
Mm-hmm.
I am proud of that, the audio thing. It's been one of the things that has bugged me so much whenever I'd hear a video. I'm like, man, it just does not sound like our broadcast sound. You know, it's not compressed in that solid block of audio that we want. So, yeah, you should be, Jimmy. You should be ashamed. You go sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Your face is grumpy, Sheila. I'm just reacting to that. All right, so with Jen's movie Rehab 2, it is a very special
I did not want to put that there.
movie. It is a touching allegorical tale that is celebrating its 45th anniversary. So we're going to commemorate that by assigning it to Jen. We may assign more.
What am I doing? We don't even need a liner here.
I'm not sure what you're doing, Jen.
Oh, I moved the bed. Oh, my gosh. Jen, quit doing drugs.
Yes, heroin. Maybe, recreational, some X or something every now. I don't know. I'm
there
not
we
making
go.
recommendations.
Jeez Louise. Things aren't computing.
She's not getting it. That's what we're saying here. She is not getting it. So, yeah, and the nice thing about that is when we play an element such as one of our songs or a music bed or something, or if we have a caller, boom, they're right up there now where you don't have to struggle to hear what's going on, and so nice.
Ready?
And I would have done that so long ago if I'd have realized it was a thing. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
We'll find out when I'm watching for Jen's movie Rehab after Jordan Davis.
On KIX 102.5. So I'm a little excited about this movie and the stories that are going along with it.
Is it a good movie?
It's a wonderful movie. Very touching. It's a bit of a romance.
Ooh.
There is a intimate scene. So you're not going to want to let the kids watch this.
Intimate like. Mm-hmm. I think I gave you the last KIX pop socket, Melissa. I don't know that we have any more.
I may have one.
Mm-hmm.
I may have one in my drawer in there. I don't. If I do, it's down in the bottom, buried in there. But I think I remember seeing one. If I do, that's the last one. That's the only one I know of. There's none in the vehicle.
Mm-mm.
I don't think.
I don't think so. What kind of phone did you get?
If we have the one, if there is one in my desk drawer, then you're welcome to it. So did you guys see the laugh challenge yesterday with Jen? I told her, I said, I control your laugh.
No.
I do. I made it obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I control your laugh.
Ooh, cool. I was telling Kyle about that, and he was like, wait, what? He controls what? I was like, no. Listen.
Yeah. It's a thing.
I'm pretty sure we only have the one pop socket. I think that's it. I don't think we've got any more than that. So Randy and I yesterday, the Cardinal Caravan is going to be not this weekend, but next weekend.
God.
And so Randy and I got to film
Majority of our day. Thank you, Jen.
What do we call this? Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, you screwed it up so much.
You screwed it up so much, too.
Well, after that, I just was trying to be supportive.
Oh, please.
I had it right at first.
So these are videos that are going to play while people are just hanging out and getting ready for the event to start, I guess.
Yeah. So at the up at Hammond's, is it Hammond's? Hammond, Jake.
MSSU?
Yeah, at MSSU, isn't it? Hammond's Arena, isn't it? Is it? Is it? I can't remember
9 seconds.
what the name of the arena is. It's been so long since I've been there. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 737.
A chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. It's 33 and sleeting in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 25 minutes, plus in just 15 minutes.
In just 15 minutes, we have your chance to win a free $25 gift card to Simple Simon's Pizza with the Morning KIX Challenge.
So, pretty much paying for your pizza to kick off the weekend from Simple Simon's.
And we've got a movie that you could potentially watch with your pizza.
Oh, yeah. It's time for another assignment for... So this is where we assign a different movie to Jen to watch over the weekend, because before she came to KIX many, many moons ago, she had seen few, if any, movies.
So every Friday, you assign me a movie to watch. I watch it over the weekend, come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
This is the first one of 2024, first one we've done since before the holidays, and it's a very important one.
Okay.
Because this marks the 45th anniversary of this movie.
Oh, so it's a really old movie?
Not really old. 45 years is not that old. It's middle-aged, okay?
Is it black and white?
Get over yourself. It is the movie Alien, starring Sigourney Weaver, and the synopsis, pretty much the plot of the movie. It's a touching love story, Jen.
Is it?
Between a woman. You remember E.T.?
Yeah. Yes.
It's a lot like that.
Okay.
There's an alien.
Does she fall in love with
People
like
eat stuff.
the human?
She is on part of the crew of this commercial starship named Nostromo, and they get awakened from their cryo sleep capsules. So they've been in this deep sleep, halfway through their journey home, and they don't know why they've been woke up. They're not home yet, but they have to investigate a distress call from another vessel. And then all sorts of hijinks ensue when they encounter a nest of eggs inside a ship, and an organism from inside one of the eggs leaps out and gets really close to a member of the crew, and he falls into a deeper sleep. And it's all sorts of hijinks ensue from this.
Does he die? Is that what you mean by deeper sleep? He dies?
We all die, Jen. So anyway, to celebrate, Disney now owns the Alien franchise, and there is a new Alien movie coming out this August in honor of the 45th anniversary called Romulus. So guess how Disney is celebrating the Alien anniversary? I'm not making this up.
What are they doing?
They are releasing a children's book.
What?
It's called A is for Alien. I'm not making this up. It's an ABC book that is going to be published through Little Golden Books, illustrated by the Disney Storybook art team. The official description reads, follow Ripley and the rest of the Nostromo crew on a space adventure that introduces the alphabet from A to Z. It's going to be
But the aliens are killing people. How do you turn that into a children's book?
Disney. The book is targeted at 2 to 5-year-old children. It's going to come out 1 month before the new Alien movie because you can never learn that X is for xenomorph early enough.
Okay, but I'm not worrying about the new one. I'm going to watch the old one.
Yeah, the old one.
Okay.
There are 6 released so far if you count the Alien versus Predator movies and Predator. Really, I guess 4 essential Alien movies and a new one's getting ready to come out that are part of the story lexicon. And it's a fascinating story behind it all. You can watch it on Hulu for free, or you can rent it from most platforms.
You can't watch it on Disney Plus?
Isn't that weird? You'd think they'd have it on there in the kids section.
You would think so.
Yeah.
I don't know the kids section, but
Soon they'll have an animated series to support it. I'm sure that'll be a thing.
all right, so I'm going to watch Alien over on Hulu this weekend, then I'll come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Okay. I really like the tone.
Yeah. It's very just kind of,
Yeah. Hang out and chat. Yeah. The way it should be.
don't let the kids watch it.
No, don't let your kids watch it. It is rated R. I forgot to mention that.
Well, now they all want pop sockets.
Well, they can get over themselves and sit in the corner and shake dandruff out of their eyebrows.
Melissa says you
Oh,
need to
look,
order
it's
more. We
snowing.
haven't ordered pop sockets in a long
No,
time.
and I really don't feel like that's as much of a thing as it used to be.
I don't think it is either.
That's why. So before we buy product like this, we got to really, really think what's going to be most used by most of our audience so that we can get a lot of marketing out of it. That's the whole purpose of that.
I mean, so many of the phone cases now are these magnetic ones.
I think the pop sockets were really good, but didn't you have a better idea?
I feel like I did at one point, and I couldn't tell you what it is.
Yeah, so she didn't. But we'll let her have that.
Thank you.
It seemed like there was another idea that was really
We did have an idea. What was it?
I don't know. I see a lot of companies doing this, but I think that's really limited. Hats would be good, except to get good hats, which not the dad caps. I hate those. The snap behind. I know there's a lot of people that do, but the baseball hats that fit well, and that aren't the mesh breathe-through stuff, but the solid fabric. Those are stupid expensive. I mean, you're going to pay like over $20 just to have it manufactured. So the problem with that is that we'll only be able to get a few.
Right.
The koozies are really, really cheap and affordable. We can get thousands of them and give out a ton of them that way, and more people get them.
And people still use koozies all the time.
And let's be honest, how many of you got koozies last time and they're either worn out or lost or gone, or that girl still has yours and you can't talk to her anymore because of the court order? So whatever,
We talked about camo stuff.
Yeah, I think camo, I think that may have been it, doing camo koozies with the KIX logo. And that is a thing. So we had done, I think, black or yellow one.
I think camo would be
I think
solid.
Cool too. Yeah. Except then everybody's going to lose them because,
You'll just not be able to see them. What?
I still have to, so the upload server that we use to distribute my other stuff, I still have to do next week's. I did today's yesterday, but I didn't want to load any of next because if I loaded next Friday, it would overwrite today's.
Right.
So I had to wait until after 7 o'clock this evening to upload that day. And so I'll load Monday through Friday. Then the following Monday will go into a Monday 2. So I also have a Monday through Friday 2. That is a rollover. So if the system goes in and checks that particular day, there's no valid ones, then goes down and checks 2 to see. But only if there's no valid ones. First, it takes this one.
Yeah.
Genius system.
Camo shirts.
I don't know about that. I mean, probably could. I don't know that that's as cool to me as the koozies. I like the black, the KIX logo black with a yellow and black. To me, that is who we are.
Yeah.
And you'd want to be careful how much you mess with that. mean, you remember that time Jen did that thing with her hair and you saw what that did to her brand. Yeah. All right, I got to pee.
No, not in the trash can.
Why not?
And we have one of those soon in April. Maybe. Did we decide if the floating thing was going to happen? I can't really. So I'm kind of annoyed. I can't actually see what's going on from the window, weather-wise. So I guess it's still sleeting. Let's see. It says it's supposed to snow 10 o'clock. Watermelon Scooby. I guess. Oh, it's not doing anything in Kansas anymore? I heard 1 to 4 inches on Tuesday of snow. Like Tuesday, they reported we were going to get 1 to 4 inches, or next Tuesday, we're getting more snow. I know there's a chance of rain and snow on Tuesday, but you're at 7 to 15. 7 to 15 inches today or next week?
We're right in the middle of Snowpocalypse 2024. You go. No, we're not. But we are talking about why is it that everybody seems to buy bread and milk whenever we do have snow. Smack dab in the middle of Snowpocalypse 2024. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Oh, I guess I'll.
Oh, so Melissa says the ground's already covered here and it's sticking, but it's only 32 here now. And it's coming down
out there yet?
It's coming down hard and fast, she says.
No, I mean here.
No.
Still not? Are you sure?
I mean, it's just sleet at this point. Oh, next week. So there's a chance we're going to get some more snow and stuff on Tuesday. Good times. Good times.
Okay, let's see if this works. Because I restarted the computer yesterday or the day before. I think it's yesterday.
Yesterday.
And still would not do it. It's doing it. Okay.
Maybe the bread is because you fill up faster on bread.
Oh, did you hear that there is legislature that has just been signed that they're trying to put through? It's just got to be approved, I think, by the governor to make cashew chicken the official Missouri state food.
Yeah, because we talked about that. I was like, why is that seems strange for Missouri? And you're like, well, Springfield's
not Asian at all. It's Missourian or Missourian. Properly known.
And Melissa, you're out in what, Goodman? Is that right?
But she's trying to leave. Yeah, it is coming from the south. Do you see this?
Yeah.
So it's coming up from moving to the northeast, which I know the really bad winter storms associated with this are from like St. Louis on up. So from like Cleveland, Chicago, from there northeast, they're canceling flights I was seeing for Washington, New York, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Boston, all of those areas because the winter weather is so bad up on the northeastern seaboard. See? Bored.
I'm cold.
And yesterday you were burning up. I feel the same as I did yesterday. You really need to see a doctor.
All right, we're going in less than a minute.
¿Dónde está el mostrador de devolución de impuestos?
I don't know where it is.
Where? What is?
I don't know.
Where's the refund counter? I said.
Give me my money.
Donde está los baños?
Where's the bathroom?
Where is that bathroom? Yes. Or you can just go, Donde los
Speaking of, I gotta
baños?
pee.
Well, if you don't know where it is. So
Yeah,
I
25
have my
seconds.
phrases. You want to see my phrases that I've saved? Donde vas?
Where you going?
Yep. ¿Cuál es tu destino?
Where's your destination?
Yeah. Do you really know these or are you just remembering?
Nah, I remember. Here we go. 5 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
A chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. It's 33 in Joplin.
Right smack dab in the middle of Snowpocalypse 2024.
It's not snowpocalypse. But in the next hour, we are talking about why, when we do seem to get snow in the forecast, people just run to the store and go grab all of the milk and the bread.
I don't know what it is. Maybe they're going to use the bread for insulation and take baths in the milk.
I heard that milk baths are very good for your skin, though.
I would not know. So you can tell us. We're wanting to know. We want you to tell us, why do you think it is that everybody goes and buys up all the bread and milk? Why is that the thing people seem to want to buy?
You can call or text us to let us know at 623-1025.
But we want to hook you up with free pizza from Simple Simon's Pizza to help kick off your weekend.
So it's time for the Morning KIX Challenge.
Woo! In an effort to elevate the amount of culture and class on Morning KIX,
Because we've been accused of not having enough of that.
we're giving you the chance to win a $25 gift certificate from Simple Simon's if you can listen closely and identify one of your favorite songs that I'm going to be performing.
So once again, it's time for...
Thank you. Thank you. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
What are you doing?
Preparing my instrument. Red leather, yellow leather. I got some money in my pocket. Got some trouble on my tail. I can hear the diver knocking as I'm headed off the rails, singing, ooh, ooh. I'm talking about you. I got some best new friends forever, see? I met them at the bar where the whiskey goes down better when they don't know who you are. Singing, ooh, ooh. I'm talking about you. Oh, gonna feel this in the morning. Oh, 'cause I'm going hard tonight. Thank you. Thank you. No, don't look at me. Thank you.
Are you doing okay? You okay?
Don't look at
Okay,
me.
I'm sorry. If you can identify the song that Randy just performed, we're going to hook you up with that $25 gift certificate to Simple Simon's Pizza.
623-1025.
623-1025.
I said that already.
That's the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Lock in low internet.
I got to tell you guys, I love that one so much. I really do. I go back and listen to it after a while. I'm like, holy crap, what was I smoking that day? Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this? Leanna, where are you from?
Leanna from Carthage. Do you know what song Randy was just performing on Classic Country Theater?
That is it!
Woo!
You have won a $25 gift certificate to Simple Simon's Pizza for knowing that.
Just tells he's the 4 states number 1 for country.
All right, Leanna, we got to get a little more information from you, so I'm going to put you on hold here for just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Stay right there. Yeah,
Right there.
I was like, turn it on, and then you were like, oh yeah, I forgot. We all forgot. Tight. Turn the screw. Cheap. Okay, you ready to get her?
Mm-hmm. All right, Leanna, can you spell your first name for me? And your last name? And does your number still end in 4462? All right, let me go ahead and get your number again from you. All right, hang tight. We need to go on air real quick, and then I'm going to come back and get the rest of your information, okay? Hang tight. Are you?
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country, and we are looking for our answer to this morning's classic country theater.
Leanna from Carthage, do you know what song Randy was just performing on Classic Country Theater?
Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home by Miranda Lambert and Elle King.
That is it!
Woo!
You have won a $25 gift certificate to Simple Simon's Pizza for knowing that.
Awesome.
Just tells he's the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Ooh.
Man.
That was
Okay,
good.
back to Leanne.
All right, can I get your birthday, please?
11/25/75.
Randy. And let's see, I need your... Why is my chair moving? I need your address, please.
11200 County Road 180, Carthage, Missouri 64836.
And your email is still the one at Yahoo? All right, looks like we've got everything that we need on our end.
Leanne, you can come by and pick that up. It's ready anytime after 8 a.m. this morning, so you can come by and pick it up. And we're open till 5, but we're not open on the weekend. But you got a month to come get it, so no big hurry.
Okay, perfect.
All right, thanks for
Congrats.
listening. Enjoy your
Thanks.
pizza. Bye-bye. Yeah, be careful, Melissa.
We've been getting a lot of calls during that.
Yeah, Melissa's got to go to Joplin, Carterville, Cassville, Aurora, so just be careful.
Yeah, you know, Melissa, one of the most fun things to do if you have a front-wheel drive is to get into a big parking lot and do donuts in reverse. It is better than the tilt-a-whirl. You get going and it creates this centrifugal spin, and it just whips.
Yeah, see, Melissa says it's barely snowing, just sleeting.
It's a good way to ruin your suspension, too, but I'm just saying. It's a lot
Ouch,
of fun.
Sheila. She says, oh, that was the song?
Oh, Sheila.
Sheila.
Not if you're tone deaf, Sheila. She probably doesn't understand how
Not
it
if you're
works
plugging your ears.
because she's not had the tutor over to the house to help her. If you play-
Kyle goes, Shakespeare Randy's really pushy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I am Shakespeare Randy.
Yes.
That's. Can we just call it that?
Shakespeare Randy.
Time for Shakespeare Randy.
That was good. Good job, Kyle.
I need my circumstances to be correct for my performance. You can't meddle with true art. I mean, you can, but you get it all over your fingers, and then you got to get out the turpentine, and it's the whole thing. Yeah, I'm not always right. You're rarely right, Megan. Why?
That's why you are the wrong reverend.
Oh, if you breastfeed, you can take a little milk bath every day. What? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, you're not
No,
right
she
at
was
all.
saying she was guessing that it was Famous Friends.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you sit there and sing the ooh part, it's playing right now, the song
Yeah.
is. You shut up, Megan. She's all of a sudden adopted the Pam Cussy, the Pam Cussy cult of personality.
Pam Cussy.
Cussy. Pam Cussy the hussy.
I was thinking it, but I didn't say
Remember?
it.
Oh.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, it's so good. All right, here we go. Top of the hour. Chucking right along. That hour flew.
It did.
Meow. Meow. Today would be a good morning for Chick-fil-A breakfast. People are still cruising down 32nd Street like it's not slick at all, though. I don't see anyone driving any slower than they normally do. Pam was just on the other day. Randall, Eugene, Orville, Wedenbacher, Tellywacker, Brooks.
That's enough of that right now. This is Friday, Megan. You know we have rules around here. We just don't pay any attention to them.
Nobody likes rules. Here we go. Chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. A slight chance of drizzle tonight with lows nearing 35. Clouds for Saturday, highs in the low 40s. Mostly sunny and upper 40s for Sunday. But rain returns on Monday. Going to be breezy as well with highs nearing 43.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing some stuff, some frozen stuff. I mean, it may be sleet for you. It might be snow flurries, but it is happening lightly throughout the 4 states.
32 in Monette, 33 in Pittsburgh, 33 in Joplin. They get signed up for severe weather alerts, cited the KIX app.
Okay, so we're wanting to know, during times like this when we have winter weather, why is it that people go out to all the stores and buy up all the bread and milk? Why is that the thing? We're not questioning. I mean, you can go and do that all you want. We're just wanting to know why. Why bread and milk?
Of those two things out of everything at the grocery store.
Why not Chips Ahoy or Doritos? Or I can think of a lot of other things that would take priority over bread and milk of all things.
Gummy bears, chips.
Can you help us understand this? Why do you think it is?
623-1025. You can tell us on Facebook.
Here's Darius Rucker.
Wagon Wheel.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. It's 8 o'clock here. Release the shenanigans. Why were the shenanigans held back before? Every time we play this song, I think of you in that website, Megan. Every time. I don't even see windshield wipers going. Oh, wait, I just saw one go. What is the best streaming service for live TV? Sheila wants to know.
Depends on what you're wanting in your live TV. Are you looking for local? Why would you? Because it's free. If you you can now, if you have any kind of an antenna set up, you can now get local channels on your Roku live TV service.
Mm-hmm.
Although we never watch them.
I mean, Roku, I think, is a good catch-all, though.
Roku has so many different streaming platforms that don't cost anything. So I think the one that gets the most attention is Pluto. Pluto has, and I don't use Pluto because it does have some questionable channels on it that I just don't want, but stuff that I'd rather not have the chance of somebody seeing or, But there are others. Redbox. Most people think of Redbox, for renting movies, and you can do that through there. You do have to have an account, but they also have a free channel live TV lineup.
Not that it's great though. We went perusing it the other day, and we were less than impressed.
Well, the thing I like about them, they have 24-hour cops and 24-hour jail. So if I've got 10 minutes, I'm going to sit down and eat something before I have to go play or to go do something, then that's what I throw on. It's fun to watch, and it's like, sheesh, look at the dead brain cells in this show. But they also have an MST3K channel, which I really like. They have a Funny or Die channel, and they've got Crackle, and they've got some of the old pulp horror, cheesy pulp horror channels. So there's those. I'm trying to think. Roku has a live that is part of its system. So you have to add the live channel as a button. And when you do that, it's got a very large lineup.
I bet.
It's a lot of the same stuff that's on the Redbox channel. What else? There's another one, I think. Philo, some of the streaming platforms have like live content. In other words, it's scheduled and it's running and you can tune into it like you would live TV. Philo does that, but it's not like your networks and stuff like that. You can add those, but all the networks of any sort cost now.
Right.
I think the only one you can really get for free is like something as low as Tubi or Crackle.
Crackle.
Yeah, and it's sub-content is what I call it. It's not your mainline content. Amazon Prime now has a live TV bar.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, they've got on there, and I have never watched any of it. Why would you when you can just go start the show from the beginning and watch it streaming?
Right.
Everything that's on there, they have in their library.
Which reminds me, I watched a bunch of Lost yesterday.
Okay, where are we at now,
We're getting
Jen?
real interested now.
Uh-huh.
Michael just killed Anna Lucia and Libby, and he shot himself
Yes.
and let Henry Gale go.
Yeah. So it made it look like he had been shot. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And poor Hurley.
I know.
Crying over Libby. Oh, my God.
Heartbreaking.
My heart. And then watching the change between Echo and John. One guy who was so, believing in the island, and the other one who was so, into his faith. And now John's having like this crisis of, I don't believe in the button anymore. It doesn't mean anything. They found the bunker with all the TVs. And now Echo's the one who's, I believe in it more than ever now.
Well, and he has good reason to. It's because there's been these things that he has seen happen since the time when he left Africa and came to here, that suddenly he realizes this is way more than it can be just happenstance.
Right.
And he's had actually more things happen to him than John did. John's had some things, and a lot more has actually happened to John than he realizes yet.
And I feel like John's becoming a more central character. Like, he was already a fairly important character.
I told you.
Everything's kind of focused. Henry Gale was there for John. Echo is supposed to help John. Something's going on with John. He's having a crisis
is going
now.
on with John. So you're in season 1.
No,
you're in season 2.
Either the very end of season 2 or the beginning of 3.
Okay, I think at the end of 3. You've not been to where the others are yet, right? No. Okay, I think at the end of season 3, everything shifts. And the same thing happens at the end of season 4, I think. It may be 5. There is one season where the whole storyline takes almost like the Marvel universe, not Marvel. Is it Marvel?
Oh, hold on 2 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jan, 808.
A chance of rain and rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. It's 32 in Joplin.
So welcome to Snowpocalypse 2024.
It's not Snowpocalypse, Randy, but so we are wanting to know, though. So when it gets snowy or there's snow in the forecast, why do we all run to the store and just get bread and milk?
And when she says we, she's doing air quotes because I don't buy none, but why is it that that's the 2 aisles you're going to see that are empty at Walmart and at grocery stores and stuff today? Because people have gone and bought it all. Why?
I guess maybe they know something we don't know about.
Okay, so
snow
clue
and
us in.
Bread and milk.
Why do you think it is that everybody buys all the bread and milk?
623-1025.
You can text or tell us there, or you can tell us on Facebook
Here's Nate Smith.
on KIX 102.5.
Okay, I'm going to pee my pants. Hold on.
So are you using the online deal that I...
Hold on. I got to pee.
Okay, gonna go pee. So, yeah, where she isn't lost, I was going to say it takes a parallel storyline, kind of like the it's not Marvel, is it? What is is it Marvel that's on Disney? Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Morning, Randy.
Hey, why do you think it is that they buy all the bread and milk?
Because they're perishable items, and they think that if they get enough now, they can get through whatever disaster they've decided is coming.
Well, okay.
It's been around about a century.
Yeah, but okay.
Believe.
I get the logic behind that, but it still does not explain why those two things. Why not eggs? Why not other perishable items? Why not mayonnaise or butter or cheese? Why is it just bread and milk?
How about some canned goods that'll last you for a month?
Yeah, why aren't you buying those things? Thanks for your call. The mystery continues. You too.
Because they're perishable items, and they think that if they get enough, and they think that they've decided is coming.
Okay.
It's been around about a century.
But
And they believe.
okay, I get the logic. But I get the logic behind that. But just bread and milk.
For a month.
Yeah, why aren't you buying those things? Buying those things.
Exactly. For a month.
Yeah, what? Okay. I needed that call. That's the thing about this hat. I can feel it sliding up over my ears all the time. Jimmy says snowing and sleeting in Frontenac. Coming down hard. I'm lost, Megan says. So we're talking about the Lost show that Jen's finally getting into. I've tried to get her to watch it for a long time. We watched it last spring. We binge watched the whole thing again. I hadn't done that since it was first on. And watching it the second time was such a different experience from the first time I watched it. First time I watched it was kind of like what Jen's going through. I didn't know what the story was. I didn't know what to expect. Coming back into it, even though it had been over 15 years since I'd seen it, I knew what the main whole story thing was. I'd just forgotten all the details. So I was able to enjoy it, but I had a better understanding of what was happening. And so I found this online, it's called Lostopedia, that walks you through each episode and helps you catch all the little subtle hidden things that are buried. J.J. Abrams, who produced that show, hid so many Easter eggs and hidden messages and meaning things all throughout the show. And Lostopedia helps you understand and catch all of those. And so I really was better able to appreciate it the second time for the work of genius that it is. And it really is. And a lot of TV shows, the storyline will develop as it progresses, as it's on TV. You know, they don't know how long a show like, say, Magnum P.I. or Frasier or Cheers or Friends or anything is going to be on. But storylines develop. The writers will get together and say, hey, I've got an idea. What if we have these two get in a relationship or something, you know? And it kind of progresses like that out of what happens in the story. That could not have happened in Lost. There's no way, because certain things that happen during the first season are directly related to what happens at the very end. And it had to be written with an entire fleshed out story in mind because so many things fit together. So it's a very different, it's almost like, back when they have those mini series and it's not going, that it's going to be a story with a definite beginning, middle, and end, and the plot ties it all through together. But this ran for 4 or 5 seasons. And you had no idea what you were getting into until you got to about the 3rd or 4th season. Then you begin to realize, oh my gosh, this show is not about what I thought it was at all. And so that's where Jen is. And again, watching it the second time, if you watched it back when it was originally on TV, or if you've watched it before, I encourage you, after a number of years, to go back and watch it again. I've never seen a TV series that had that kind of a secondary impact on me as that did. Well, it had, Megan, you're absolutely right. It was huge, and it had so many fans, cult fans, that followed it. I mean, there's whole websites all over the internet dedicated to Lost. We're still talking about that. So there is one season that takes off almost like the Marvel Universe, where they have parallel universes, parallel realities, and something similar to that kind of happens.
I wondered if this was like a purgatory. But now I'm wondering if it was just a highly constructed, massive science experiment. Like, all of these people were orchestrated to be on this plane at this time to crash on this island.
What if it was more than one thing?
Oh, geez. Probably.
So right now, you think it's all about the Dharma Initiative.
Correct.
But originally, you thought it was about a plane crash on an island. It turned out that was not that much what it was about. That was just one of the things that had happened.
Right.
What if the Dharma Initiative was just one of the things that had happened?
I can't even imagine something even bigger than that, though.
There is much, much, much bigger than that.
And what happened to the Black Mist? That's one of Kyle's biggest gripes about this show.
Has never gone anywhere.
We don't see it anymore.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you will. Yes, you do. Not as much as you did initially, because, and there are reasons why you're not seeing it as much. Are you using Lostopedia to help you through the episodes?
No. I went and read through it. Full disclosure, it's really easy for me to start rabbit holing and looking at things I don't need to be looking at yet. So,
but if you'll just read the initial episode description, it will help you catch so many things that you will otherwise miss.
It's on Freevee and Amazon Prime, Jimmy.
Yeah, you can watch it on Freevee, and they got all the seasons on there. They don't have, there was one post episode that was released. J.J. Abrams produced and released like a year after that kind of continues the story for just one episode, 1 hour-long episode of where it was. I can't say who or what's involved without giving away spoilers, but they did. Nobody has that. I've not been able to find that anywhere.
Was it not good?
Well, it was kind of pointless almost. The story was already over. It was better, I think, left to the audience to assume what happened, rather than going and fleshing all that out. I think they did it because probably the network, and was it Fox or was it NBC that had, whichever. I'm sure that they went to him and said, hey, we'd like you to build us something that we could possibly do a follow-up series to,
Mm-hmm.
And they were wanting to, and it was the story we knew. We all knew in our heads what was going to happen, where it was going to go. He just did that. And then you're like, oh, well, the story's continuing with the island. And that was all that was ever done. So I'm sure it was because nobody could do a show like that except for J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he was like, I'm done with that, and wanted to go on to bigger and better things, which he has since then. I don't know that he had produced many, if any, famous movies at that time. This was one of his early, it's what made him famous. Up to that point, nobody had heard of J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:19.
Chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. It's 32 in Joplin.
And it's Snowpocalypse 2024.
It is not Snowpocalypse 2024. That's hard.
Come
That
on,
means it's not
Jen.
even snowing. It's raining outside right now.
Give a little, Is
No,
it raining?
It is, yeah. If you look at the puddles and stuff, you can see where the water's hitting.
I don't understand. The temperature has dropped a little since earlier when it was sleeting. So it's snowing
I don't know
in
what's
some
going on.
areas.
Yes.
In some areas, it is snowing. And weirdly enough, this stuff's coming from out of the southwest, moving to the northeast. So it's kind of an odd direction. But for the real question that we want to know is why, during weather like this, when we start getting winter weather, do people go buy all the bread and milk?
It doesn't make any sense to me. Of all the things in the grocery store that you think you might need, why is bread and butter or bread and
Yeah, why not bread and butter?
why not bread and butter? Why is bread and milk number one?
So we're asking, can you help us understand this? Do you know why it's just bread and milk?
Yeah, call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
Why do you think? Why is it just bread and milk that people seem to buy up?
One, because everybody's at home for the first time. You have time to fix breakfast. Two, you need bread and milk for hot chocolate and sandwiches.
So, well, yeah, but why wouldn't you get chocolate then too, or bologna or peanut butter and jelly too?
Because most of that stuff you already have.
I don't have that chocolate at home. Like, what about deli meats? What if I run out of deli meats? Why am I not running out of everything else?
And why are you in my kitchen seeing what I have and don't have?
Then I guess if you know you're out of it, get it. But if you don't, then you need that to make the stuff because the kids are there.
I think it's confusing. The weird thing about this is that everybody does it.
Why is everyone buying up the bread and the milk when it's weather like this?
Because we like milk and bread.
Together?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
So are you taking your bread and dipping it in your milk like an Oreo?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Do we like that?
No,
I don't know.
no, I don't think that we do.
Hold on. Let me check. No, we do not.
Why are we buying up all the bread and the milk when it gets to be snowy?
You know, I'm from Baltimore, and we used to get a lot of blizzards and snowstorms there.
Right.
And the theory behind that with my mom was that she could make a lot of things like sausage gravy and put it over the bread and stuff like that.
There's holes in your logic, though, Chuck, because I could see, okay, bread, milk, and sausage, but just bread and milk, you can only make one thing out of that.
Why are we not running out of like cheese or bacon when we go to the store? Why is it only milk and bread?
Yeah, but you ought to be able to say, well, it's going to be snowing. We got to go get cheese and sausage.
Right. I think the thing about it was when we were growing up, you know, our parents always ran and got bread and milk. So that's basically what we run and do now in our old age. We got to go get the bread. We got to go get the milk.
We are products of our environment.
We're just conditioned at this
That's all
point.
it
That's
is.
all it is.
Must buy bread and milk.
So why do we buy up all the bread and the milk when the weather gets kind of snowy?
What do you think it is? 623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the four states number one for country. I recorded a lady earlier while you were off urinating.
Yeah.
And you want to be on this? Yeah, but I get the logic behind that, but it still does not explain why those two things. Why not eggs? Why not other perishable? Here, say, why not eggs?
Why not eggs?
Oh, no, too loud. Think, why not? Think, why not eggs? Why not?
That's true. You can milk, or you can make milk with snow.
Okay, let's do that together. Why not mayonnaise? And I'll go, or butter, or cheese.
Okay. Why not mayonnaise?
Or butter.
Or cheese? Both lines are ringing now.
Shut up, stupid. Why is it just bread and milk? Yeah, why aren't you buying those things? Hi there, Morning KIX. Can you hold one moment?
Hey, Dustin, how's it going? Are you surviving the snow okay? Is it snowing where you're at?
No.
Oh, is it raining? Oh, it's not doing anything.
He's inside.
Oh, okay. I guess, yeah, if you're inside, then you don't have to worry about it. All right, well, we'll try and get some Garth on for you, okay? Have a
Later,
great
Tater.
weekend. I do.
Hi there, Morning Kicks. Why do you think it is that they buy up all the bread and milk? Why is that? Cook anything? Not milk. You can't cook milk on a grill.
Because they're forgetting they can make anything with the grill.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They think that they have to. Well, why aren't they buying like canned items or Doritos though? Why bread and milk?
You can't grill milk.
That I don't know. But my parents never bought bread and milk. They buy anything because they know they can cook the grill no matter what.
Yeah, but you've seen the aisles at the store. That's that they wipe it out. It's stupid.
I don't pay attention, so.
Well, you got to look both ways before you cross the aisle. Thanks for calling.
Have a great day.
Like, I don't know where. we're
Okay.
going.
Yeah, snow ice cream is good. A little milk and vanilla.
That I don't know.
Not milk. You can't cook milk on a grill.
Because they're forgetting they can
Cook milk on a grill.
Because they're forgetting make anything with the grill.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They think that they have to. And they think that they have to.
You can still cook.
And
You can still cook with.
we really don't need it, but there it is. Cooking on a grill. Sticking in the bread pancake outdoors.
Wow, this is blowing up on Facebook. And bananas, don't forget those too.
Yeah.
I'm buying up all the taco shells, chips, and salsa fixins. Because people don't have dairy cows anymore and they're too lazy to make homemade bread.
But
Just to
okay,
make radio
same thing with
DJs wonder.
cornflakes. But you don't see all the cornflakes gone. People are too lazy to make those if they ever did.
Because they can't drive. They think dusting is like a foot.
Still does not explain why bread and milk is the thing they buy. That's our question.
Rachel says half of them never even use bread and milk. They just stock up.
What was the first mistake?
Ashley says, because we parents aren't going to be cooking all day for these kids. Cereal and sandwiches.
Again.
Oh, how about that?
Okay. I'm going to show you something.
Oh, dear. You have to?
Yeah.
Hold on. Megan showed me something first. I made a face that I made at my wedding. Megan, what is this face you're making? Look how straight your hair is.
Okay. I'm gonna
Is this
show
the I'm
you
trying not to cry face?
a couple of things. Just I'm not going to explain them at all, so it's not spoiler.
Randy.
But no, it's going to make you go, what? It's going to blow your mind. Come hither and see.
I don't want anything spoiled.
It's not going to spoil a thing. It's going to confuse the crap out of you.
Okay.
This is the top of the jungle trees right here. So this is like this.
How have they not noticed a giant statue?
Because the island's big. Okay, and don't look because I've got to get another picture. Okay. You're looking. Stop that.
I'm not
Okay.
looking.
Just testing. Here. So a human would be about this size. Yes. A human would be about this size. Mm-hmm. Same one.
Okay, so the statue gets knocked down.
Sometime it
Is there like a time continuum thing on the island?
did. No. Maybe. I don't know. Why are you asking me these questions? Why don't you watch the show? I said I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just going to show you a couple of pictures. Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it? That I remember when I first saw this, and they show the front of it, which that's okay. Don't look again. I don't want to give anything away. There is a better. I thought they have a front picture of it. Hold on.
It looks like an Egyptian.
Yes, it is. It's Tabaret.
Oh.
But why? Why is Tabaret? No. Were they, though? Yeah, this is Tabaret, which I can show you that. The hippo.
It's a hippo.
Yeah.
The god of...
But that's how big to show you. And you see pieces there. And that's in the position of Black Rock.
They've been to Black Rock.
No, they have seen the ship Black Rock. But the reason it's called that, or oddly enough, Black Rock, the ship, crashes at Black Rock. But the ship, from where it crashes, is actually about 11 or 12 miles inland.
Part of it.
No, I don't think that's the answer. They never really explain that part. You're going to see the ship get wrecked in an episode. They're going to go back and do a flashback. They're going to do a lot of those in the final season where they go back and explain some things from out of history. They're going to go back almost
Are they going to explain the polar bear?
5,000 years. That's going to be explained by season. You're in season 2. It's going to be explained at the end of this season.
That's another thing that Kyle hates is all these things happen and then it's never addressed
Yes,
again.
it is. Yes, clearly explained. You're going to find that out.
3 seconds. We got a sec here.
At the end of season
Here we
2,
go.
beginning of season 3. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country
Here's Thomas Rhett.
on KIX 102.5. So that's part of Dharma's deal, the polar bear things, and there's a reason that it's polar bears.
You think we need coffee?
No, I can't have any.
He's not allowed
Somebody's
to have
offering to bring me coffee. I appreciate it so much, but I can't because I've got to go to sleep when I go
No,
home.
Sheila says, I think they need to buy coffee. She wasn't offering.
Oh.
Sheila wouldn't buy us coffee. We have mushroom coffee. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Eat it with cheese.
Ew. Randy, that's gross.
All right, I'm going to turn off my mail next week. My email. I'm just going to shut down notifications on everything. So I will really not be available. Texting, I still will be, and phone, but...
Oh, Sheila says, I think they need to buy coffee from the store. Okay, so instead of like milk and bread.
Oh, yeah, you're
milk,
right.
bread, and coffee.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Why is that not at the top of the list? It doesn't answer our question, but I agree totally with you. Coffee would be my primary.
But I guess
Do
if you're
we
not
have enough
going anywhere,
coffee?
you can just stay in bed.
we
You
not-
don't have to worry about coffee.
With coffee. Sipping, watching TV up on the wall.
Mhm.
I have a 50-inch TV in front of my bed hanging on the wall.
Kyle does not want a TV in our room.
I never did until I got one. And we had a little bitty one. So the one that we had in our bedroom is now Gina's computer monitor in her office.
Wow.
So it's about like this, And we had that, and it was perfect size, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I would use it to listen to documentaries and stuff while I slept, while I took my naps. It was great for that. And then we realized that occasionally, like when I'm in the recording studio and it gets a little too loud, Gina likes to go in there and watch her shows. Well, that TV is not a 1080p. It's a 720 or something. It's a lower quality. And it's harder to see, and we're old and blah, blah, blah. So we decided we wanted to upgrade to a larger size TV, a 70-inch in the living room, which is where we mainly watch. So we had a 50-inch UHD in there, and we're like, what do we do with this? And when you try to sell those, you might get $200 out of it when you've spent $500, so for it. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So we already had a big 50-inch in the sunroom. Where am I going to put it? So we decided we'll just take that the TV in there and use it as her computer monitor, which she needed one, and we'll put that on the wall. So we got a really nice wall mount, everything. There's no cords anywhere. I have cord channels that are painted the same color of the wall and everything. and the UHD 50 inches in there. Still only watch, main thing I watch is Looney Tune cartoons on Saturday mornings.
Megan says dinosaur old.
Suck it, Megan. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:34.
Chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s. It's 32 in Joplin.
Get it out, Jen. It's okay.
It's just one of those days,
Get
you
it
know,
out.
man. It's the snow.
Snowpocalypse 2024.
Okay, it's not snowpocalypse, though. It's not that bad.
Well, actually, they're getting really heavy snowfall just east of Sarcoxy over near Mount Vernon. So along I-44 through there, it's really coming down right now.
I don't think I'd call it snowpocalypse, though. Like, there's no reason to run to the store and go stock up on milk and bread.
Why are those the two things that everybody seems to buy out? I mean, you go to any of the stores, you're going to see the bread aisle almost empty, the milk aisle almost empty. Why those two things? Nothing else.
Help us to understand. Give us a call at 623-1025.
We're trying to figure out why it is that milk and bread are the things that seem prevalently bought during times like this.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Because they're perishable items, and they think that if they get enough now, they can get through whatever disaster they've decided is coming.
Well, okay.
That's been around for about a century.
I get the logic behind that, but it still does not explain why those two things.
Why not eggs?
Why not other perishable items?
Why not mayonnaise?
Or butter?
Or cheese?
Why is it just bread and milk?
How about some canned goods that'll last you for a month?
Yeah, why aren't you buying those things?
Exactly.
Still doesn't answer our question.
Why do you think people are only buying up the bread and the milk?
Maybe the bread is because you fill up faster on bread, and the milk is the protein.
That makes about as much sense as anything else I've heard.
French toast was the first thing that came to my mind.
Right, but you can't do that without eggs added.
So what do you think? Why are we all just stocking up on milk and bread?
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Because they forget that they can cook anything with a grill.
Cook anything? Not milk. You can't cook milk on a grill.
Because they're forgetting they can make anything with the grill.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You can still cook with a grill like a propane grill or a charcoal grill, even if you don't have electric.
Well, why aren't they buying like canned items or Doritos, though? Why bread and milk?
You can't grill milk.
That I don't know.
Why not steak if you're going to be grilling? I mean, come
Ooh,
on.
yeah. Some asparagus wrapped in bacon.
Now I'm hungry.
I know.
Why? Why bread and milk? Nobody's been able to answer this conclusively.
Help us to understand why the shelves are empty.
We want an answer, please.
623-1025 or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
2 spots?
I know, yeah.
2 minutes? What?
You made a face and it made me laugh. And I was like,
what's happening? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, here come the answers.
Oh, they hung up already.
Okay.
We took too long.
Well, I've got to make a file. We've got 4. I don't. Probably not going to get.
Hi, Jimmy.
If she takes enough drugs.
Kitty says, because they're the same people. Wait, go back. They're the same people who get out in the snow and go out to eat.
What?
They're like, well, I'll just go out
That
to eat.
doesn't
There's the phone.
explain why. Maybe you're missing our question.
Consumption
why?
is a byproduct of fear, Cody says.
But that explains why they go out and buy, but it does not explain why bread and milk. Hi there, Morning KIX. Why is it that people buy bread and milk when it gets snowy?
Because they don't want Randy Brush to have it.
Oh, man.
That's what it is. Those weasels.
Got to single out Randy Brooks.
I want some bread and milk, too.
He wants his milk Sammies.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, thanks, Will.
Milk Sammys. These leak.
Do you know how mushy that would be and soggy?
Well, did you see the cake in the break room? The peanut butter like cake?
Yeah.
Got liquid in the bottom of it.
Yeah. I heard it's really good, though. Oh, my gosh. Both lines
I
going
wouldn't
now.
eat it because anything with liquid in it like that, and I'm like, no. Hi there, Morning KIX. Why bread and milk when it's snowy?
Why bread and milk? The real question is, why in the world were you asking about bread and milk?
Because we're trying to understand why are those the two things that everybody seems to buy out? Why not other things?
Most people have everything else in their freezers they can thaw out. They can't just make the bread or too lazy or either way. But the questions I have are things like, why do they call it a hysterectomy?
there. I know. It's there. It's a theroid.
He's asking the big questions
I know.
this morning.
We're going to address all those on Monday. Thanks.
You too.
Hi there, Morning Kicks. Why bread and milk? Why are those the two things that seem to get bought up when it snows?
Bread and milk go together. When I was a kid, we could have a meal with just bread and milk.
That's a
The bread and the milk, and it's an amazing meal.
that's a weird meal.
Wait, are you dunking the bread in the milk or making milk sandwiches, or what are you doing here?
Those things leak. That's
I get the bread and then lots of milk all the time. Usually French bread or whatever kind of bread, but
my dad used to like a piece of bread and especially cornbread and butter.
Cornbread, yes.
And buttermilk, which made me want to gag. Well, apparently not. There's a lot of people out there buying it all up today. Thanks for calling.
You too.
Like,
You would. Summer just liked our page and commented because you can freeze milk and bread to keep them fresh.
you can do the same thing with other foods. You can freeze Doritos.
Can you, though?
I don't know if you should. Should you is a whole other question.
Oh, my gosh. It's going to be so... Quit pulling your hat down. It's fine.
Bothering me.
I can tell that it
this
is.
And it keeps coming up here like this. And
It's not going up that high.
It feels like
Quit tugging it down. It's fine. It's fine. Cornbread and buttermilk is almost the most requested thing in nursing homes. I love cornbread and milk.
Why is that a thing with old people? I think what happens is as you get older, your sour factor taste bud diminishes to such a degree that you can't realize how disgusting that is. And you drink it and it tastes like probably normal milk except for the clumps. And then I swear my dad, I can't count the number of times I would get up in the middle of the night, maybe for something or the other, and there'd be dad stand in front of the refrigerator with a piece of cornbread and butter, the carton of buttermilk, drinking out of it, in his underwear. That was dad's uniform when he was at home or in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Papa used to drink buttermilk just straight out of the
I remember
jar.
Kid had come over and spent the night with me, and your dad's in his underwear? And he was like, I almost thought they was going to have to seek counseling after that or maybe file a report with somebody or something. But
Oh, man. I wish we were closer to A-Rays. They have happy hour right now on their coffee.
Where is A-Rays?
Neo Show.
Oh, Neo Show. Yeah. That's a nice time to have it. Right before 9. Everybody getting their coffee anyway.
It says, see him before 10, receive $2 off any handcrafted beverage. That's a pretty good deal.
Nice, yeah.
Sheila, ask Google. I don't know. Do you know which butcher shop would have a half cow that's been processed?
Most any of your big slaughterhouses would, but I don't know what those are or where those are or who. I've not had any experience with those.
Kramer's, yeah. Hatfield, maybe.
I don't know if Kramer's would or not. Anything that
Warden's?
big. Probably. Warden. Some of those, though, you're going to pay a pretty premium for.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get really good stuff, but you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't know comparatively what those prices would be. All of our meat comes in from out of Kansas City, so.
Yeah.
But anywhere that would process meat, processing plant would probably be able to get that for you. Most of those have, if you can order that and they can have it, for you, they'll go out and get a cow and do all that.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing about that is it will almost always be local, I guess if you want local.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be Wagyu or whatever that is.
Have you had Wagyu?
Yes, and I can't tell the difference between that and normal. It's such a bloated, bougie. It's the stupidest thing. It's like back when Black Angus was big deal.
Yeah.
I got news for you. Black Angus has been the majority of the beef, that and Hereford, in the United States since the 1800s.
What's a Hereford?
A Hereford is those red cattle that have the white faces. Polled Herefords. Polled Herefords are those, and Angus have been the predominant cattle for beef in the United States. There's also Santa Gertrudis, Charolais, and those others, but those are the minority. Polled Hereford and Black Angus are 90% of what your beef is, and always has been. So the Wagyu beef is just, they put a fancy word on it, and people are like, oh, I must pay more to have that. It's stupid. Wagyu beef is, it's almost like veal. So it's like hamburger made from veal.
Okay.
But it's way too lean. To me, it does not cook properly. It cooks too dry. It's a Japanese thing. The Wagyu word is a Japanese word, and it's very common in Japan where they normally butcher their cows at a much younger age. Now, we're thinking baby calves. No. It's like a yearling steer within its first year and a half. So it's a full-grown cow. It's just younger than what some of the processed beef is.
Mm-hmm.
The thing of that, it's more lean. That's not a good thing in your hamburgers and steaks. You need some fat in them for them to cook properly.
Yeah.
Marbling is a thing. And if
It's a
you don't
good thing.
understand that, yes. What?
Don't with your hat. It looks fine.
She's watching out for me.
Mm-hmm.
The black stripe, white belly, black back half. Megan, that is a...
You said Oreo cow.
Yeah, that's Holstein, probably. That's your thing. Holstein is a spot, but those are used for milk. That's the predominant milk cow in the United States.
Here we go.
Hell, I was in the FFA. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know why, when there's snow in the forecast, are we buying up all the bread and the milk?
623-1025.
Here's Parker McCollum.
On KIX. Leave me hanging.
Thought you were going to say on KIX. This next break is only a minute long.
So I used to have
Stop
an FFA we'd have to take a test. You'd have a picture of a cow and you had to label it. You had to memorize all of those. Why? If I'm not going to be a bee farmer, why is that important? Same thing with pigs. So you had to know your New Hampshire versus your what was the Reds called? The New Hampshire is the only one I can remember. That's your white pigs.
Pigs are white? I thought they're all pink.
Pink, white, whatever. That's your New Hampshire. Then there's the black one with the white stripe.
Mm-hmm. We haven't seen boars anymore either in Lost. We used to see lots of boars in Lost all the time.
Well, they're killing them all, and they're still around, but they've killed and ate a lot of the ones that were on that side of the island. So the side of the island where they're at is nobody's ever inhabited that area, that beach area before.
Okay.
So other areas are inhabited. Dharma, the others, which I'm assuming you've realized the others are not Dharma.
Correct.
Okay.
Be careful, Melissa.
Do you know who Henry Gale is? Which one he's with?
The others.
Okay, not Dharma.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Dharma?
Don't know yet.
They're on the island, and they're all together.
Is that where that dude ran off for? To go be with Dharma?
The dude ran off for?
Yeah, he was the one who was originally in the bunker.
Oh, now, when he first came there and took over, it was because someone with Dharma appointed him the job, gave him the job of putting in the numbers. The number system, do you understand what all that is, what it's doing? They've had the big incident that almost crashed the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry. Do you know why they were putting the numbers in, what they were doing when they were doing all that?
Making the countdown start up again. I don't know.
They were releasing. It is a buildup of energy that had to be released gradually on an ongoing basis, or else it would get too big. If they didn't put in the numbers, calamitous things happen. For instance, there is, and you will see this in the next season, an instance where the numbers didn't get put in before, and it caused a plane to crash.
What energy is being released?
it's a massive electromagnetic energy.
But I would think people would be able to pick up on massive electromagnetic energy.
I think they'd be able to track that and see it, right? Yeah.
So there's a cloaking device on the island?
Almost. If it stayed in the same place, they could.
It moves?
I didn't say that. I said if it did. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:50.
Chance of rain and snow to continue with highs in the low 40s this afternoon. It's 32 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX Takeover Friday edition that's getting ready to start in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and go vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
I'm sad to say that we are no closer to an answer to the question that we have been sourcing, trying to figure out why people buy bread and milk. I get it that, yes, that's what people do when it snows.
But
and
why?
So far, people have been saying, because they want to eat it. And no, why bread and milk?
Why those two things? You go to the store whenever there's snow in the forecast, and those are the shelves that are going to be empty.
Why not Doritos? That would make more sense to me. Or coffee.
Or coffee. That's huge.
Or hot chocolate or marshmallows. Or why bread and milk?
Help us to understand. Give us a call at 623-1025.
Why is it those two things?
Because they don't want Randy Brooks to have it.
Oh, man.
That's what it is. Those weasels.
Got to single out Randy Brooks.
I want some bread and milk, too.
Too bad.
None for you, Randy Brooks.
That's what I'm seeing.
So why is it only milk and bread?
What do you think?
Well, originally I was always told that the bread thing was in case you lose electricity, because I'm originally from California, and in case the electricity goes out, you can always make sandwiches.
Well, okay. And here, once again, that logic applies if you went ahead and bought peanut butter and jelly with your bread.
Well, most of the time you can make sandwiches if you have sliced cheese.
But you only bought bread and milk when you went to the store. You didn't buy stuff to actually make sandwiches. So what are you going to make? Milk sandwiches?
Well, most of the time people have all the rest of that. So
We assume they have that stuff. You're assuming. Again, we went to the store for 2 things. If those 2 things were what you were going to have, you'd have a milk sandwich.
Yeah.
And those leak.
And it sounds soggy and awful.
Yeah. Why do you think it is bread and milk? Why is those the 2 things that they buy?
Human instinct.
Boy, don't they though?
Randy.
Survival.
You're telling me that God implanted all of us with the urge to go buy bread and milk when it snows?
What 2 things as a human do you need to guarantee survival for a few more days?
Water.
Bread and milk.
No, not bread and milk. I need water and I need heat. Not bread, not milk.
Doritos.
Yeah, I got to have my coffee.
Why is it only bread and milk that people buy up off the shelves when it snows?
Well, I think I got a solid explanation, but I almost don't want to tell you because it cracks me up, all these people that you keep telling them, don't tell me cereal and sandwiches, and they keep calling to tell you cereal and sandwiches.
I know.
It's the why we want to know. I think I got it. I think it does have to do with cereal and sandwiches, but there's so many other choices for cereals that it doesn't look like it makes a dent. And the same thing with sandwiches.
Oh.
We lose all the bread, but we only take a small dent in the peanut butter and jelly and the ham and cheese and the mayo and the turkey and cheese and the egg sandwiches and the toast and everything else.
Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Milk and bread are 2 of the commodities at a store that are delivered every day. They don't keep a huge amount of stock of bread and milk. So those 2 things run out very quickly. And they're used in a lot of things.
Right, exactly.
They may be going in and buying other things with the bread and milk, but what do we see empty shelves of? Bread and milk. So therefore, we assume people are just coming and buying just bread and milk.
I think they're buying everything else, but there's so much of everything else, we don't see the dent.
And bread and milk are a part of so many other things. Okay.
It's kind of making sense now. It's clicking a little bit more, I think.
I can now go home and sleep tonight because I won't be lying there thinking, why bread and milk?
But you can still, if you've got an idea, though, you can still let us know by texting 623-1025.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Whoops.
Whoops, I was not policing that at all, was I?
Leasing or policing?
Policing.
Police Navidad. All right, guys. So I hope you have a great rest.
I can't wait to see you, Megan.
A great weekend and a great week with Jen. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's going to be so good.
Yeah.
We're going to have a great time, guys.
I'm hoping to have a good time, too. So keep me in your prayers while I travel.
You bet.
And I will see you guys a week from Monday.
Yay. Bye.